Hello guys, you're welcome back to this platform, Top Gossip 24. Ebusia, come with me again or come with me again. Ebusia, when you meet me here, it means that something is going on and we are here to address that particular thing. Now, listen to me carefully because from time to time, I'll be coming on your way with respect to whatever is going on in Ghana. And any journalists, any politicians that have decided that they will side with the self-acclaimed and battle Igbo king, we are going to start investigating you on our own, and we'll start coming up with Nyama Koso Niadie has per what we'll get from our ghost team, and Nyama will just grab from elsewhere. We'll just do our best to make sure that we investigate you. Now today I have a very fine video, and all I want to say is it will be anything and kadem. I have series of questions I need to ask somebody like BLAKK Rasta. Okay, BLAKK Rasta. Now tell a friend to tell another friend to tell another person that Top Gossip 24 is here with the current information with what is going on with BLAKK Rasta and the self-acclaimed and battle Igbo king. I have series of questions I want to ask BLAKK Rasta today, and I need the answers from him. I know BLAKK Rasta is a Rasta, is a Rastafarian, is a very intelligent guy. I won't take that credit from him. He's a graduate from Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. He's a very wise guy. He has worked with a couple of entities in Ghana, and he's a musician, and he continues to make more critiques with respect to what is going on in politics. So today, if I'm talking about him and I'm trying to put him where one or two things are going, he belongs, then he also need to take it in good faith. Now, I want you here, okay, if you can tag BLAKK Rasta on his Facebook page, wherever page he is, because I know he keep doing a bunch of videos on Facebook with respect to everything that is going on in Ghana. But today, I want to ask him a question. Now, BLAKK Rasta, I know that you interviewed Ehine 2 years ago or something like that, and I know he came to your office, he came to your radio station, and you mentioned his name as His Royal Majesty. I want to ask you a question, BLAKK Rasta. In which category or in which sense of direction, or who give you that audacity, or under which influence did you call him His Royal Majesty? Royal Majesty in which country? Or in which part of the region? Is he having a kingdom? You know, and these are the questions I want to ask you, BLAKK Rasta. I want you to answer me. These are no harmful questions. These are questions that, people keep throwing them to me on my comment section, and they want me to ask you, BLAKK Rasta. And again, BLAKK Rasta, let me ask you a question. I believe strongly that you know what it means to say that you self-awareness, okay? And you have what they call emotional intelligence. And I know that you have some amount of knowledge when it comes to chieftaincy and title and stuff like that. So I'm asking you, under which form of I really don't know which of the words I should use, but I'm asking you, why do you have to call a foreigner who migrated from Ghana allegedly to be somebody that we are being told, or we learned now information reaching us, HSA, he has some criminal record before he entered into Ghana, and you have the audacity, the infantry, and you call him His Royal Majesty of which kingdom? That is the question I'm asking you here, BLAKK Rasta. Now, again, can I ask you more question, BLAKK Rasta? What are your dealings? What are your dealings with the self-acclaimed and battle Igbo king? Because we are learning, or allegedly we are hearing, that since he came into Ghana, he has sponsored a couple of people. He has paid a couple of people school fees near there. We want to know. I'm asking, perhaps he's paying the school fees of one of your children or something, and that is why you hold him so high esteem, and that is why you are is with him. So I'm asking questions here. These are no harmful questions, because at the end of the day, I will come on you with other stuff, but I'm asking you these questions because Ghanaians want to know. Most people are just confused how you invite him to your station, under which kind of plan did you actually invite him to come to your studio to propagate what, to tell what, to say what? That is basically what Ghanaians are asking Black Rasta. Now we want to let you know, or the youth of Ghana want you to know, that we are not happy with respect to some of those things you are doing online with this self-acclaim and battle. Okay, and so these are the questions again from the youth that they said I should ask you. Have he ever bought you something? I mean, a car, a house, whatever, a bribe, or did he pay you something to just allow him to come to the radio station to come and be uttering those things that he keep uttering? Because we know that most of the journalists that goes to his house, okay, that goes to Hinitu's house, at the end of the day he give them some money, and allegedly, or we are learning that at the end of the day, some of them even fight over the little money he give them out there whenever they come to his office, or whenever they come to his apartment or his residence to just make an interview. So we are asking, perhaps you've been giving some amount, maybe some 5,000 or some 500, maybe for him coming to the station you got some hefty amount of money. That is why you are able to call him His Royal Majesty. But so some of us, from where we sit, we see this guy as somebody that can never take that title, can't have that title, not at all. That kind of title, not at all in Ghana. It won't happen anywhere. He's just a self-acclaimed battle, and Ghanaians and the youth of Ghana are not happy with him. Now, Black Rasta, again, let me ask you these questions. Are you aware that Ghanaians have demonstrated against this guy? Are you aware that Dr. Hassan Ayaraga, who is a northerner like you, has been on this guy's case for the past 6 months or 4 months? Are you aware that people are not happy about his dealings in Ghana? What have you said, again, after you interview him? What have you said about him? Because most of you, the journalists in Ghana, some of you are quiet about this issue. And I keep monitoring the traditional media station, from City FM, from Radio Gold, from whatever it is, all the radio station, TV stations, Metro TV. None of you have even said one single word about this issue that was going on in Ghana. And for me, I think that the silence of all the traditional radio stations, all the TV stations in Ghana says a lot. It means that there's something going on in the leadership of those radio stations. It means that CHUKUDE JUDE is controlling bunch of people out there in the media space, and that is why most of you are not talking about this. Now, Black Rasta, let me ask you, I know you are a Pan-African, okay, and you believe in Pan-Africanism, right? And so you preach that Africa should be one. Do you think that in that vein, in that same ambient, do you think, Black Rasta, that a Ghanaian can travel to any part of the African country, and that person would then go out there and say that I have a kingdom, I want to build a village, and when I want to build a village, that village is going to take A, B, C, D, and these are the people that I want in the village? Do you think a Ghanaian can do that? And if you think a Ghanaian cannot do that, why do you, as a Ghanaian, have to allow somebody travel into our country and come and stay in our country, marry one of our sisters, and then will throw his weight about Captain Black Rasta? That's the question I'm asking you. Now, again, the questions I'm hearing and the things I'm hearing and the things that are going on out there on social media, Black Rasta, tells me that some of you are taking bribes from this guy. Now, let me ask you, the other aspect of not taking bribe as spiritual dealing, I want to know, do you have any spiritual dealing with this guy? Because we all know, we have seen it. The last time he brought his people from Nigeria to Ghana, we all saw what was happening in the forecourt of his house, where they were doing some rituals. Can you tell us something with respect to your dealings? Is there anything that have to do with occultism? Is there something that has to do with spiritual manipulation and machinations? Is there a way that you have met him, shake him, or when you shake him in that radio station, what was the issue? How did you felt? How was your demeanor? Were you a bit confused? Were you take out of proportion? Were you actually take out of this world to a different world? We want to know, because we know that you are a very serious guy who actually critically analyze things before you talk. But since you shake this guy, it look like you've lose your sense of direction, and you look like, and you are not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone in that ship. Honestly speaking, based on what some of us have heard from CHUKUDE JUDE on his own, through his own mouth, it tells us that anybody at all this guy have shake, that person has come under his controllership, and he controls the person. And so most of you out there, I'm sorry to say that maybe you don't know, but he's controlling. But we have questions that we want to ask. Now, after the demonstration and all that, have you taken the pain to even interview maybe somebody like Dr. Hassan Yariga with respect to what is going on? Have you taken the pain, or have TV3 or 3FM, have any of them taking the pain to interview Dr. Hassan Yariga or any of the guys of their main interest? Or this, or you are also receiving directions from government? Because we know there are certain key elements and key people in government are receiving daily briefing about this situation, and I want them to know we know everything that is going on. Even when you guys have meetings and mention CHUKUDE Jude's name, we know. You see, what you guys are refusing to understand here is that there is a level at which when you do things, people will know, and that is basically what is going on. So Black Rasta, I'm asking you a question. Without fear or favor, can you come out to tell Ghanaians, without fear of contradiction, can you come out to tell Ghanaians what is your dealings with CHUKUDE Jude? Because CHUKUDE Jude have said that he has the power, that anybody that he shakes, the person got to obey him, got to understand him, got to flow with him, got to go with him. So we want to know, perhaps you have also received the same kind of energy, and that is why you are displaying those kind of antics online. And that is why when you come to present your show, you present your show with so much alacrity. You know, you present your show. Is it because of that? Is it because you shake him? That is why you control the airspace when you come to your show. We want to know, because it is very, very dangerous. It's dangerous. It's very dangerous. And I want you to know that if you don't stop this kind of things that is going on, and you don't actually do what you have to do, we are coming for you. Because the youth of Ghana are so pissed to the extent that our government institutions and our government itself has failed us when it comes to these issues. And we have said it, that we are not going to rest on this issue. Okay, we will never rest on this issue. We will never go back on this issue. We'll never back down. We'll continue to talk about it until we see the results. So all those politicians that think that you can hang in there, do whatever they want to do, your time is limited. If you know, soon you come back to the drawing board seeking and asking Ghanaians for assistance, and at the end of the day, some of us will tell you no. So if you can hear me and you are a Black Rasta fan, send this message to him. Tag Black Rasta. Ask him that Ghanaians want to know what are his dealings with CHUKUDE Jude Ehinetu. We want to know. People want to know, because how you are now behaving and how you doing things, people don't understand. Black Rasta. And you see, I don't want to dive into certain things. That is why I'm being modest with you. But I want you to know that people are not happy, and you have to depart from that kind of behavior. You have to move away. Any journalist in Ghana who want to follow this kind of trend, the person has to know that he's tampering with Ghanaians and the youth of Ghana. And that is what it is at this point in time. Now, I want you guys to also comment below. I want to hear from you. What do you think with respect to Captain Smart's issue that I spoke about yesterday? And again, what I'm talking about with this Black Rasta situation with Ehinetu. It is very, very important that we put all these people in their actual lane. You understand what I'm saying? If they have some spiritual dealings, or they are having some amount of spiritual connection with Ehinetu, they should come out and say it, because we don't believe that all these things that are going on is normal. We've passed through the other level of normality, and where we are now is a very, very, very dangerous situation. And guys, it is very, very important. I want to use this opportunity to thank every youth and to thank every Ghanaian, both home and abroad. Together we will succeed on this fight. Together we will succeed on this fight. And so let's continue to hold it tight. And to all the people out there in the gather, stay collected. We're going to do our best to make sure we fight this fight from where we are till the end. This is your humble servant right here on this platform, Top Gossip 24. Ebusia, that's Sunday. You better share you. Pia, your call.